Today we are going to talk about food. Why? Because everyone has a love-hate relationship with it. So as many of you may or may not know, I dropped out of college last semester, to do modeling full-time, public speaking and mental health in school districts full-time, and to start a nonprofit organization focused on just mental health education and awareness. And today I really want to talk about eating disorders, and specifically I was trying to put together my SI swimsuit interview audition, and all I kept thinking about was everyone talks about how amazing the whole movement is, which it is, don't get me wrong. They give all these opportunities to women of any size, height, you can be whoever you want to be, and that's super important. But something that isn't addressed ever within the industry is eating disorders. And I've gone through my own spiels of eating disorders, and I go through spiels of anorexia and bulimia, and I'm a stress eater. So if you're like me, you just shovel in ice cream when you get stressed out. And being your own boss and being 20 years old and having kind of too much responsibility maybe, I'm constantly shoveling in ice cream and downing coffee to stay awake and get things done. And after doing that so long, the weight starts to catch on, and then you start panicking because you're a model, you need to keep your physique. I am the product, so I have to market myself, I have to take care of myself the best way I can. That means hair, nails, skin, working out, I need to be proportional, and it's not hard things to do, but you just get lost in the track of life a lot of the times, and then you completely lose that. So I'm here to talk today about eating disorders because I think it's a really important topic, especially in this industry. I'm 5'10". I fluctuate between 125 and 145 pounds, depending on how stressed out I am, what I have going on in my life, and that's okay to fluctuate too. So I'm comfortable with who I am and with my body. I portray that as much as I possibly can on all of my media because I think it's so important to love yourself and to have so much body positivity for yourself, and not just yourself but others too. Just embracing the human body, not sexualizing it, but just seeing it as a work of art. It's so incredible the things that the human body can do. It's incredible. So I really see it as a thing of art, not sexualizing it. And specifically with eating disorders, like I said, I've gone through anorexia periods and bulimia periods, and I really want to put a change to this as best that I can, which is what I'm going to try to do with the SI Swim search audition I'm going to be putting together, and I'll be posting that on my Instagram later this week. So stay tuned for that, and I will post a link later for that as well. But basically, especially in the modeling industry, eating disorders are super, super common. It's not just girls either, it's men and women, and it just gets to the point where there's so many standards, or what we think are standards for this industry, where you have to be a certain weight, you have to have certain measurements, blah blah blah, or you're not going to get signed. And it still holds true to that. And then we have plus size models, right? And then we have your typical skinny athletic girl models too, but then where's representation for all the girls in the middle? What's the representation for size 6, size 8? We have size 10 through 14, and then we have 0 through 4. But then if you get to 6, 8, 9, 10, whatever, all those in the middle, they aren't represented in agencies, they're not represented in magazines, and they're just not, they are represented here and there, but it's not to a certain degree where it's the majority of the people are you're either size 2 or 4, or you're size 10 or 12 and you're plus model. There's no in between. So then the girls are stuck in the middle wanting to be one or the other, and they're not gonna shovel in food half the time to try to become a plus model. They're gonna starve themselves to become a size 4 or size 2 so that they can be signed by agencies. And throughout the past 3 years of kind of modeling on and off, and then finally deciding to do it full time this past January, I started doing it full time. I really realized how important nutrition and exercise is. And you have to take care of yourself. You need to be putting the right foods in your body, and you also need to take care of yourself mentally. So you need to be not running from audition to audition, and casting to casting and casting. you need to be able to take a break off here and there, just for yourself, whether it's just to sleep or whatever. I mean, I was running from beginning of January until like May, like nonstop, traveling, doing photo shoots every day, working on my nonprofit, like all this stuff, like barely any sleep, not taking care of myself mentally. And I got to a point in May where I was like, I need a break, you know, like I need a break. So I just took an entire week off, didn't do anything. I literally stayed in my house, slept all day practically, caught up on so much sleep, ate some good food, and did a couple little things on like my laptop for my organization, but anything modeling wise, I didn't do anything. And it was honestly the best thing for me because we need to take a break. We constantly are running and 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 running. And we don't know how to slow down. It's horrible. Like, no one knows how to stop. We always think it needs to get done now, not later. And something that needed to be done now, it actually needed to be done 2 weeks ago. So taking a break is just, it's okay and it's important. So you need to be able to take care of yourself mentally as well. That means, like, I don't know what you need. Like, some people, so eating disorders are mental illness. It can start in any way or form. A lot of the time it has to do with body dysmorphia, which is being like, okay, my thighs are too big, this is too big, or whatever, and then it pretty much just is a constant, like, repeating thing, and it drives you to the point where, you know, you're starving yourself, or you're eating because you don't want people to know you're having a disorder, so you'll eat, and then you'll throw it up after. And there's binging and purging, where you'll eat a lot of food, and then you'll feel super bad that you ate that much food, and then you just won't eat, and you'll starve yourself. So I've gone through, like, all of those at certain points in my life through my modeling career, and I think it's important, like, I'm still working on it. Like, I'm not going to be perfect here right now and say that I don't have these issues still, because I still fall into the formation of I need to be this perfect person for the modeling industry. So I'm on the same boat as most of you because I'm still struggling with this as well. So I'm hoping that we can do this together because something needs to be done about it because it's just ridiculous in my opinion. Basically, like, knowing you're eating healthy helps me a lot too. It feels good to eat healthy. It's easier to eat healthy. The hardest thing is really not going out to eat, and that's hard, especially when you're younger and you have friends. And what do you do all the time? You go out to eat. If you're from Wisconsin like I am, I mean, all we do is drink. So, like, we have nothing to do in Wisconsin. I mean, we have the Packers, we have Packer games, but, like, we drink for everything, and it's just like it's a known fact, so I'm not gonna, like, deny it. It's what we do. Beer, you know, you're gonna get that beer belly really fast, and the freshman 15 is gonna pop on, like, sophomore and junior year if you can't control it. So basically, don't drink. I don't care how fun you think it is. I'm gonna tell you right now that waking up the next day feeling disgusting is never fun, and I don't know why you guys keep doing it constantly. Like, I did it one time, and I'm like, I'm never doing this again, this is horrible. But people continue to do it still. I don't understand. I seriously do not understand, like, why it's so fun to, like, get, like, super drunk and then feel horrible for a whole day. And, like, my opinion, that's a whole day wasted of activities, and, like, what? It's a whole day. Like, you could have done so much in a whole day, and now it's just gone because you decided to drink and, like, be sick the whole next day or the next 3 days or however many it takes. There's not enough people around that, you know, tell you that you're beautiful, that you're brave, you're courageous, you're independent, you're intelligent, you're powerful, and you have the ability to change the world. You know, there's like NFL players, right? And it's always like a dream, like, oh, it's just sitting up there, right? I'm never gonna get to it. But someone gets to be an NFL player, so go be an NFL player. And my whole deal with modeling was like, well, someone gets to model full time, why can it not be me, right? So that's my advice, and my motivation for you today is to continue to take care of yourselves and just tell the people around you, like, what you love about them, because we don't do that enough. And that goes a lot into mental health, and because you might just see one person walking down the street one day, give them a nasty look, it could ruin their entire day, because you don't know what's going on in their life, and you always have to treat people like you don't know what's going on in their life. You know there's something that's going on, and that's what you have to think. So you constantly have to be like, okay, no, I don't know their life. They might be going through something really bad right now. One little thing that I could do, instead of, like, giving them a smirk, I could smile at them, say hello, and it can make their entire day. So let's continue to do that, and let's together continue to make the world a better place.